Oh, hi there. My name is Grim Plushie, and welcome to Grim Plushie's Mental Health Talks. Right? I need a way better name for that, but today we're going to be talking about how to manage and maintain positive mental health without falling into negative habits, right? Now, I'm not the best with this, but I do struggle with a few things, and I figured I would share what I kind of do to not help maintain, but just to help, generally help my mental health, right? I want to share that with you in hopes that some of the things that I do, you also find interesting or want to try out, and hopefully they help. So let's hop into it. The first thing I do is gaming and also content creation. Content creation for me is one of those things where it's like I talk when like I game normally, and gaming is something that I've been doing for years, and it's always helped me get out like the slumps. I don't obsess over it, so it hasn't become like a negative habit or anything, but it does keep me more or less engaged to the point where I don't really have much time to think about anything, and overall it helps. It makes me a lot happier. I'm not gonna be using any scientific words like dopamine, but you know, it helps a lot. Along with content creation, I enjoy making content just because it's helped me out of a few like depressive slumps because it keeps me active and I feel more inclined to do it, not like a job but more like for fun. And so if I feel myself slipping, I will mostly like start making content, like playing a game. I'll record it and I'll upload it overall because I know the YouTube communities are very kind along with Twitch, and yeah, it's just better for me. But the main things, the main courses that I do are actually writing. I'm actually a novice writer. I don't consider myself a writer, but Monster, not sponsored yet. But for me, writing and doing poetry are two of the main things that help me express my emotions and are the two biggest things that have helped me. I talked about this over on Twitch, twitch.tv/grimflesh. Go check it out. Link will be in the description below or in that corner. I can't do it yet. I can't do that yet. Never mind. But I talked about the fact that when I was younger, I had a very hard time expressing my emotions. And I still do struggle with that to this day. It's not something you just kind of snap your fingers and you're magically better, but it's something that I struggled with a lot when I was younger. I was very nonverbal. I had very few friends that I talked to. I had maybe like I had three specific ones. And so I was very nonverbal. I had a lot of anger management issues. But over time, I figured out a really good way to express my emotions is through writing or poetry, mostly through poetry for me. Writing is something I do more or less when I feel myself starting to overthink. I will hop on Google Docs and I will sit there for a bit, and then like once I feel myself starting to slip like further away into like more negative thoughts, I will just start typing on the keyboard. It doesn't have to be coherent. It doesn't really have to be anything. Just start typing, and eventually words will pop up on the page, and you'll look at it and you go, or at least I'll look at it and go, okay, okay. And like I'll start working with it. My brain will start releasing, not releasing dopamine, but it will start releasing creativity. The juices start juicing, and it just mm, snap my hand on the keyboard and creativity. And I write pretty good stories, but poetry is my big one. And I actually wanted to like to share my poems because I like them. This is one of my favorites. 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 This one is called "I'm Tired," and I wrote this one when I was in a particularly, not I was in a particularly bad spot. But I wrote this poem. I wrote this poem. Y'all heard all of that. I was tussling with the mic, but this one is called "I'm Tired." Scene. I don't like this. I'm tired of this endless cycle of pain I'm dragged through. I'm exhausted of all these expectations placed on my back, expectations I have no desire to meet. So I'm labeled as a disappointment, a failure. I'm seen as lazy and unmotivated, but I'm just tired. Everyone says, don't worry, it'll get better, but it's only gotten worse since days long past. I'm so tired. I want to be me, to achieve my own goals, but my goals are seen as wrong, lazy, worthless by those who place these expectations on me to fulfill their dreams they never lived. I'm lonely. And the only voice to keep me company are the ones inside my head. I'm constantly arguing, always fighting, but always there. Yet, I'm still lonely. Hell, if these are the best years of my life, I'm scared to see the worst. After all, I've hit the basement of rock bottom. But everyone says I have it good. After years of abuse and negligence, I have it good. This is good. Oh, fighting my own feelings. Sorry, I read the wrong part. Um, Fighting my own feelings to help others. Every breath I feel closer to my last. A stabbing pain in my chest, wanting to yell, "Let me out." Who is that? Part of me from the past or the future trying to help me? Is it the feelings I've suppressed and will continue to? No. No, it's me. The real me. Nobody wants to know. I see. Poetry, bitch. Yes, sir. I read that with my chest. My phone's broken, so I had to transfer it over to Discord. But yeah, so this was when I was going through a horrible time. Not a horrible time, but a pretty bad time. And I was like sitting in my room, and I was like, I was crying my eyes out, and I was in my notes, and I was writing. I just wrote like, "I'm tired," and eventually it just turned into a poem. But yeah, it's a really good one. I would share another one, but it's, hold on. I will share another one. I will share another one. I will share another one. If I can get to it before my phone breaks. Oh shit. Um 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 um. Oh, this one's really good. Hold on. Select all. Okay. Copy. We're gonna put this. We're gonna transfer this over to me E6. Okay, hold on. Send it. Here we go. I have another one. Okay. This is Poetry Hour with Grim Plushie. This one is I watched as I became the villain. That's the name of this poem. Trust. I watched. As time slowly took you from my grasp, as seconds turned into hours, and hours to days, and days to weeks, and weeks to months, I watched. As he slowly took you from me, as those seconds turned into minutes, I watched. Watched you choose him over me, watched as I stopped to fill your mind, while he took over, I watched. Continuing to love you as I watched what was once mine become ours. I watched you. I watched you leave my arms and leap into his. I watched as the promises we made went up in smoke, burned to ash. Only this time they didn't rise like a phoenix. No, this time once again I was alone. I watched as you sat. I watched as you sat. I watched you sit and blame me for not wanting to share my world, you. And yet, I'm a villain. Well, the hero, took you from my grasp as I watched you slip from it. My eyes burn with tears, my head and chest ache in pain, while I ask, why again? Why me? Why did I let you go? Why did I end things? I could have worked. I could have changed for her just one more time. All I had to do was share my world, share my love, share my home. Like you said, it would have been easy to watch you every day hold, hug, kiss, fuck another man or woman. Right, you could do it. I tried to hold in my pain, but like a cannon through my chest, it all came out. It all came out and hit us both, and I just couldn't do it. But I'm the villain. I'd risk the world just to see you smile, and yet I'm the villain because I wanted to keep my world's riches to myself. Letting you go was the hardest thing I've had to endure, but it was because it was a choice I had to make, whether to be alone or share what was once solely mine, and I chose loneliness. Because watching you love another would make me feel far more alone than simply leaving. But I'm that villain, that greedy, selfish villain for wanting to be the only one you love, for wanting you to myself. Yes, that's me. The pure definition of greed. So good. Yes, these are all. This one I wrote actually not too long ago. It was about one of my exes, she, it's gonna sound wrong, because I don't think I've told the full story, but she became poly, and it wasn't something I was completely okay with, and she would constantly try to like not force the concept on me, but always pushed it, and I wasn't okay with this, and so I ended the thing. As you can tell, the poem tells a story, but yes, I love the poems are one of those things that I just fucking love doing. They're so good, and I love them. But yes, poetry is one of those things that really help me express myself more. If you're interested in actually reading, good God, if you're interested in actually hearing me read more poems, let me know in the comments. If you want help and tips writing poems, I could do that. But yeah, these are just a couple of things that helped me out. Maybe hopefully they'll work for you. I know this is kind of a random video, but thank you for being here for Grim Plushy's mental health talk. I hope to see you again sometime. Stop by, leave a like, subscribe, share with a cat, friend, dog, or anyone you think that is struggling with mental health issues. And hopefully recommend stuff like this. Just or go for a walk with them. Check on them. But yeah, you have a good one and stay safe out there and stay blessed, gang. Bye.